Here we go, here we go, here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Our next guest has been a major contributor to our programming this year. He's a producer, intern, and a budding jazz artist. He has skills. Don't tell nobody, though. He's here to reflect on his learning experiences and to highlight his passion for jazz. So please welcome to the show. He's right here, Uju Ike. Welcome, Uju.
What's going on, Bob?
Right. Finally, you're sitting here.
I am.
You up in the Wizard of Oz window up there.
Right?
I used to wave to you up there. Hey, how you doing?
Exactly.
So now you're here.
I am.
Now, you're finishing up on your internship?
I am, yeah. Today's last day.
Oh, no.
So sad.
You're crying.
So sad, so sad.
But you did such a fantastic job.
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
Did you learn a whole lot?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the entire studio and kind of how the studio runs and stuff. It was a lot to learn. Yeah.
Well, that's how you do it. You get your foot in there and you take a look around and you say, oh, wow.
Right.
The cameras, the lighting,
Exactly.
the aesthetics, technical directors up there,
Yeah.
the directors, and people working the soundboard.
Exactly.
You got all those things that you have to absorb.
Yep. It was great.
I know what you went through.
Yeah.
Because I watched you.
Yeah, exactly.
So as long as where do you want to go from here?
Oh, well, right now I kind of just going off of what I've done here with a bunch of musicians and artists. Right now I'm interning at a music management label.
All right. Now.
So we're doing a lot of like music licensing, and we're trying to actually put on some jazz showcase because my intern, or sorry, my mentor knows how much I like jazz and stuff, and she used to be a jazz singer herself.
Who's that?
Her name is Liza Lee.
Yeah.
Liza Lee, and she was like, let's do this thing. Let's try to do something. Let's try to get the people you had on this show to hop on in the jazz showcase there. So it's kind of all connected, right? Like this idea.
Here's some of the people, right?
Yeah. That's India, right? And that's Cameron Campbell. Yeah, India Owens, Cameron Campbell. And that's Olivia. You liked Olivia.
I liked them all. You brought some good on. You did your thing. You were producing right along with the best of us.
Yeah, no, the interviews are so fun to watch. And it was just awesome. Probably my favorite part of the entire interview, just watching the interviews.
Well, make sure you keep copies of them so you can, let people know that you get what you got.
Absolutely.
Now, you're a jazz musician.
Mm-hmm.
And you play with a group or you play by yourself right now?
I do some live performances here and there. I did one actually the other day for Earth Day. It was some event like it was like in Midtown. Yeah. But a lot of my work is like session musician stuff, right? So I'm like playing on tracks, and I'm kind of like doing the soundtracks of a lot of the songs.
You're gonna be making that money.
Exactly. There's a little bit more. Yeah, there's a little bit more money in that one.
So wait a minute, you play the keys?
I'm not fluent, but I feel like I do a lot of producing too. So I can work my way around the keyboard. But I'm mostly a guitarist and a bass player.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna be like Prince and play everything in the studio.
Oh, that's the dream. I also play drums a little bit too. So I'm gonna be on my way to Prince status soon. Don't worry.
Wait,
Don't worry, Bob.
You prefer to play the drums rather than getting on the drum machine?
I love the drum machine, but I don't know the drums though. Like you know what I mean? All my limbs are moving around.
DJs have a rough time sometimes mixing from somebody's playing the real drums, and into a steady beat drum machine,
right? Because it's just on a clicker, right? It's not like a human feel type of time,
right? And if it's a long mix. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when that drummer takes that drum roll, it comes back out and it's out.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to really work that record.
Very
sometimes.
True. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So, where do you want to go with your music career?
So I love music, and
I love music. Any kind of music.
Right. And I like making music, but I think. In terms of my music career, I think music business is where I'm headed. Yeah, I really do I love music personally, but I think like the idea of like on a bigger scale, like a bigger, broader scale with helping like a bunch of artists makes me a little bit more, it's just more satisfying to me than just being like, personally just making art, I feel like I want to spread art of other people.
Are you learning more about the business? Because a lot of people get into it and they sign a contract, but they don't know the real business of it. Get that crazy deal.
You're right. Yeah, like a 360. Yeah, 360. No, it's pretty crazy out here. I think, like before, like back in the day, that was a huge thing, and a lot of artists, they were really they were really finding themselves in a bad spot. But I feel like now there's a lot more like independent labels or like non-exclusive deals where you could do. There's a lot of options out there, and it's like nicely enough the internship I'm doing now, that that company is very much like independent, and it's very much just like it's more free and it's non-exclusive. It's not as binding as a lot of the 360 deals out here of like major labels. So there's a lot of options. It's not just it's not how it used to be.
When you get a chance, go to HHA, hiphopalliance.org, hiphopalliance.org.
Okay.
We do R&B and hip hop, and we teach about, how you get into this business and some of the things that can protect you. We talk about pensions, because sometimes you get into it and you're not thinking that far ahead. There's going to come a time where you're going to get to an age where you won't be able to do the things that you were doing when you were 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
12,
very true.
15, 20, 25, 35. But there's some things in place that will teach you and give you an idea of how to navigate.
Oh, cool. Hip Hop Alliance, right?
hiphopalliance.org. I'll give it to you.
Sounds good.
You're in there.
Yeah,
it seems like you got your head on right. You're doing the right thing.
I think so.
What inspired? Who are some of the artists that you look up to in the genre of jazz?
I'd say I'm really into like the more contemporary guys, the newer guys that are out there. Just because it's like it's really pumping the fact that jazz isn't dead. Like the fact that it's still evolving and it's still moving. I said like Domi and JD Beck are pretty big people in my music inspiration. We have like Thundercat, but we also have older people like Charles Mingus. I like Charles Mingus, Herbie Hancock, amazing musician. I also like African jazz, me being Nigerian myself, so like Fela Kuti was a huge inspiration.
You getting into that deep?
Yeah, you know
African
what I mean?
jazz?
So
Ooh, that could be a new thing.
Oh.
Like Afro beats, Afro jazz beats.
They already got it out there.
They got it out there.
You would think that, you know what I mean?
Everything comes back around. Everything comes back around. That's why I'm afraid to say stuff, because what I mean? You old fat, they got that already. We got an app for that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already working. It's on and popping.
What are you gonna
do? Yeah. So you had a wonderful experience. What inspired you to come and do an internship right here with the BronxNet?
BronxNet. Well, I heard about BronxNet because I know you guys do work with MNN, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, I think it is. And then there's also QPTV, right? Queens Queens Public Television. So I also heard about BronxNet as well, and I was like, you know what, I would love to do an internship here, because I feel like I've done some work also with Brick too, which you guys work with.
Brooklyn?
In Brooklyn. So I was like, BronxNet sounds sick, I wanna. That sounds cool.
So you came in, did the dance, got your feet wet.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a bunch of I like the fact that there was a bunch of different positions that I could take on. So I was like, I like the options, and I like the fact that I get to be well-rounded after I leave. So it felt perfect.
Right. DJs know how to mix from one thing to the next. When I was boxing, I was mixing it up. When I was into chemistry and biology, I was mixing things up. When I got into what I am into now, I'm mixing it up. When I'm writing my books as an author, I'm mixing it up.
Yeah.
And how are you going to mix up what you're doing with BronxNet, all the things you've learned here, with your jazz career?
Well, I mean, I love music, and I love journalism too, and I love showcasing artists. And I think one of the big things I learned from here was this aspect of journalism and this aspect of hosting. Being like watching the greats, and seeing a lot of interviews go down and kind of how they work and how they are conducted. It was just like, oh, okay, cool. Like I could totally see myself, being able to show up.
All right, ask me a question.
Ask you a question.
Yeah, we'll switch roles right here.
Okay, sounds good. What childhood trait did you have that made you really fit for your current career right now?
A childhood trick.
Or a childhood trait, sorry, like a personality trait that really made you.
I think when you're a child, you really don't know what you want to do. You have an idea. People come to your school and they say, "Look, here's a fireman, here's a police officer. You may want to follow that person. You may want to become a cop or a doctor or a lawyer." I was into chemistry and biology at an early age. My father gave me a long doctor's robe because he used to work at this doctor's office part-time to make extra money.
Right.
I grew up in Queensbridge. So I'm in Queensbridge with a long doctor's robe and a chemistry set and a biology set.
Really?
And when my friends wanted to go play basketball, football, I'm in there under my microscope. They said, look at this guy. That's how I got the name doctor.
That's so funny.
So things just mixed in. One thing led to the next. I was involved in sports, so I got into boxing.
Boxing, right?
Yeah. I did the amateur boxing. I did the police athletic league boxing, and did the community center boxing. Then I went into the Golden Gloves, and I thought I wanted to become a pro.
Yeah.
So I was doing my thing, and it wasn't a thing to me. I was having fun with it, and I was causing collisions. That's what you want to do. You catch somebody coming in, and you throwing at the same time. Like Muhammad Ali, you couldn't catch him good because he's always moving back. So you couldn't get a good impact. But if you catch somebody coming in, you cause that collision, you're going to feel it up and down your arm. And you knew that, this guy, so you can feel the whole thing that's happening with you. But you had to be in shape, because if you weren't, you'd be in trouble.
Yeah, fair.
Because you and that person in there, and he did his thing to train, and you better come to the table with something.
Right. No, that's fair. That's actually pretty validating, because being that I'm fickle too, just like moving around here to here, it's nice to know that it ended up well.
Yeah. So my mother had a big record collection. My sister did also. So I think I was saved by the music bug.
Yeah, that music bug, right? No, it's I'm still. It hit me hard, and I'm trying to I'm trying to see what can come of it. So
that's what came out of the childhood. All those experiences that you put together.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly where you want to go, but you just have to find out what you want to do.
Right.
Find out your passion in life, your passion-driven life, and put it together. And stick with it, because if you stick with something long enough, something always happens. Make sure it's positive. So that's what I did. I chose something that I was really, really passionate about. One of the things, boxing was one.
Just one.
And then the music thing, I was getting the same applause when I was throwing in a dope record. And I threw in that mix, or I mixed in a nice record, and the crowd said, oh!
Yeah.
I was getting that same thing when I was knocking people out.
In the ring. It just all fell into place, it seems.
So, and it's just mixing it up. From the chemistry to biology to
I love it,
books and all that
you
stuff.
You think they're not
still
related, but it's all related.
It's all a mix.
It's all connected.
Yeah. So that was the answer to your question. It was a long one, but
No, I love it. I love it.
So you got all your stuff. Give us your social media so we can follow you, because you need people to follow you some more.
Absolutely. My Instagram, that's Ike Junwa. That's IKEJUNWA. My email, that's ujunwaike@gmail.com. That's UJUNWAIKE@gmail.com.
See, and you got the reverse role situation here. You got a little experience on that.
I did.
You got it in there?
I did.
All right. So we rounded everything out.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. And don't be a stranger, okay?
No
We got to get together. We got to break some bread. You stick with it, because when you stick with something long enough, something always happens.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. We'll take a quick break right here. I've got more open on the way. In fact, we're wide open. Stay tuned.